Well, I was going to say welcome to Middlesbrough. You've been here a while though, haven't you? How have you found your feet on Teesside?
Yeah. Found my feet, very smoothly indeed. The club's sorted me out, and it's a very nice part of the world. So it's been really easy.
I've got a little list for you. Craig Johnston, Mark Schwarzer, Luke Wilshire, Tony Vidmar, Paul O'Con, Mark Viduka, and now Riley McGree. That's the list of Australians who've played for Middlesbrough that you're following in.
Yeah, some big names and some big shoes to fill there. So I'll do my best with that.
Were you aware of the Australian history at the Borough?
Yeah. I knew there was a few before me that had been successful and been in play for this club. So I'm honoured to be able to continue that.
Any particular favourites among them?
All of them. Any Australian's a favourite.
The move here, of course, it was a little bit protracted, wasn't it, in the end, because of obviously your international call-up, then you get COVID, and then eventually you're finally involved in the last couple of games. How has that process been for you?
I just look at it like it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's the world we live in today, and a few unfortunate, well, I guess in which way you look at it, unfortunate with COVID, but obviously with international stuff, that's always an honour for me. So it was a bit of a delayed kind of start, but I'm glad to be where I am now, and I'm glad to be here and involved.
What sort of contact did you have with Chris Wilder and people back here while you were? Well, where were you? Were you stuck in a hotel room? What was isolation like?
Yeah. So basically, just stuck in a hotel room in Amman, and I was in contact just through kind of WhatsApp, just keep it in tabs and keep it in touch with everyone.
That must be so frustrating when you've just had a great time playing for your country. You want to come back and carry it on.
Yeah. No, it was a little bit frustrating. I was frustrated for a day or so, but you got to take the good with the bad, and as I said before, it is what it is, and continue moving forward.
Now you got on the pitch at the weekend for finally in a red shirt. How did that feel?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Even in the way in which we were playing and the way in which the game ended. 3 points in front of the home fans. It was all that I could have asked for.
So why are you here then? Why did you want to be here? Because I'm told you were very keen on this move from quite early on.
Yeah. I've got big aspirations to personally play at the top level here in England, and so does the club. And it's something that when I spoke to Chris, the gaffer, which is something I wanted to be a part of in the journey to hopefully get promoted and stay in the top division. Did
it take much selling, the idea of joining the Borough? Because obviously there was a lot made of the fact that you could have gone to Celtic.
Yeah, no, not at all. Once meeting and once seeing the kind of the plan in which the club wanted to go and having a look around the club, it was a fairly straightforward decision for me, and one that I made with confidence.
No, I spoke before the Derby game. I asked Chris Wilder about you and said, look, are you at the moment scratching your head trying to think of a way to get Riley McGree into your team? And his answer was, well, it's up to him to get into the team. So how do you go about doing that? When the team are having the results they're having and playing so well, how can you force your way in?
Yeah, look, I'm delighted to see the team going the way they are. We're picking up points, we're not losing, and we're in a very promising position in the table. So personally, you just got to work hard and be patient, and the opportunities I get, I need to take them to the best of my ability, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Now, when you did sign, Chris Wilder was talking about the number of positions you can play. He listed a whole load, but where do you see your best place on the pitch as? Where's your favourite?
Look, anywhere in the midfield. I'd like to think of myself as somewhat of a versatile player, so anywhere on the pitch for this club would be an honour.
And you're obviously experienced in the Championship from your time at Birmingham. What is it about it that is so enjoyable for players to be part of? Because the number of people we interviewed who over the years, I know you want to be in the Premier League, but people just say the Championship's a great league. So what is it that makes it so good to play in?
Well, I just think the unpredictability of it all. I think on any given day, anyone can be anyone, and if you're not at the top of your game as a football club, you can come unstuck. You can come unstuck. But also, I like the fact that there's 2 games a week at some stages, and it's just a churn of games, and you've got to be really kind of locked in and focused to be able to pick up points.
Now tell us about your dad, because I was told you've got to ask Riley McGree about his dad. Has he been on the bus yet?
Yeah, no, he hasn't. He was here when I first signed, and he didn't get the opportunity to see me play, but he's gone now back to Australia. But he would have been in and amongst it and with the away fans on the bus. Definitely.
Because for those who don't know, when you were at Birmingham, he had, well, did he have a habit of doing it? How many times did he go on the away coach?
Yeah, no. So he came for before Christmas. He came for a period of about a month or so, and there was only one away game due to COVID, and he decided he wanted to go on the away bus away coach and be with the fans and get amongst it and get singing. So yeah.
That's some commitment, that, isn't it, from the other side of the world?
Yeah, I mean, it's a once in a lifetime experience for him, so he wanted to really live it up.
Well, you best get in the team and get him back.
Exactly, yeah.
Best of luck. Nice to meet you.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Nisha from Look North, please.
Hello there, nice to meet you.
Likewise.
I read that George Friend spoke to you about Middlesbrough. We obviously know him very well from his time at the club. What did he tell you about joining?
Only good things. You know, he was very encouraging about the club and about the people and the area. So he only said the best possible things and in the highest possible remarks.
I think up here people would be exactly the same about him. He's very well regarded here. Tell me a bit about what it's been like working with Chris Wilder. What's he like kind of day to day in training?
He's very demanding. He and as a footballer, as players, we need that. Sometimes we want to be demanding on ourselves, but having that head coach that is doing the same and making sure that we do every little thing right, in training and in games, it really does bring the best out of us as players.
You've joined Middlesbrough at a really, a bouncing time. Things are going so well on the pitch. And what's it like kind of coming into Rockcliffe when confidence really is so high?
Yeah, it's a great feeling. We're in a good phase, in a good position at the moment, and we're driven and we want to keep that up. We don't want to stop that kind of momentum. So we just are positive as we can be off the pitch and trying to implement those things, on the training pitch and then obviously on games on the weekend and midweek.
We get told by players and managers that it's one game at a time, but do you let yourself dream about promotion?
No, I think that is the way, one game at a time. You never know. As I said before, this league is unpredictable and you have to take it game by game and try and pick up points week by week. So, that's the way we have to look at it, I think.
And just finally for me, have you had the chance to explore a bit of the local area, kind of immerse yourself in Middlesbrough culture?
Probably not as much as I'd like to, but I have, dillied and dallied here and there and had a look around, and I really like the place.
Great, best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Simon. Time tease, please.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well.
Just following on, I suppose, a bit the other side from what Nisha just asked there. You are a proper global footballer. I mean, you've got a foot in many continents over even the last 12 months. How do you get your head around that? Sort of, being in different time zones, being in different parts of the world?
Yeah, I think it is what it is. I've kind of come to get used to it a little bit over time, and I won't lie to you, at the start it probably wasn't the easiest thing, but now I just take it as it comes, and it's my job, and this is the life I chose, so I love it.
When Chris was talking about your signing, it was actually during the Ashes. So we were talking about the Australian sportsman winning mentality, and he suggested that he saw that in you. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I hate losing, not only in games but in training and in everyday life. So I'd like to think that's a pretty accurate assumption.
Just last point for me, obviously when you move to a new club, a new league, I know it's not new to you totally because you've been here before, but you have to learn about different clubs, different opponents. So it's Bristol City at the weekend. What do you know about them?
They're obviously a good side. They're in the championship, and like I've said 2 or 3 times here, it's an unpredictable league, and you have to be on your absolute A game to pick up points. And we're completely solely focused on continuing the form that we were in, and hopefully on the weekend we can continue that and pick up a result, 3 points.